Students, today we will study a poem, The Arrow and the Song, written by H. W. Longfellow. Written in the 19th century, H. W. Longfellow poems are simple and musical, often dealing with themes like truth and friendship. In the present poem, the poet talks about two things, an arrow and a song. The poet wants to say that many a times in our life we get hurt physically by stones or by falling down. With time, such wounds get healed up. But harsh words once said remained in the heart of the listener for a very long time, even sometimes longer than physical hurt or scars. Now listen to the poem and recite it once on your own before attempting the questions and answers. The Arrow and the Song by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. In the first stanza, the poet wants to say that he shot an arrow into the air, but he could not follow the flight taken by the arrow because the arrow flew very swiftly and very fast and landed somewhere unknown to the poet. In the second stanza, the poet says, I breathed the song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has a sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of the song? The poet says that he sung a song into the air, but he does not know who listened to it or where or in whose heart it got stored, because no one has such keen sight that it can know the impact of the words or the wording of the songs and its impact on the listener. In the last stanza, the poet says, long, long afterwards in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. In the last stanza he says that he found the arrow that he once shot in an oak tree and the arrow was unbroken. He also found the song that he once sung in the heart of his friend. The friend remembered the song or the kind words very nicely, and each word had great impact on his friend. Students, the poem talks about two things, an arrow that the poet has shot into the air and a song that he has hummed or sung. You can imagine the arrow flying in the air and landing at some far away point. Of course, it's a bit more difficult to imagine the flight of a song. The arrow strikes a tree and remains there for years, whereas the song finds home in the heart of a friend, and many years later it is still there. Dear students, many a times we say words carelessly or thoughtlessly. It may hurt a person and remain there forever. On the other hand, a small kind gesture may remain ever in the heart of the people for whom we have done the things. The poet tells us that our gestures, whether cruel or kind, remain there for a long time. The poet in the last stanza says the similar thing. Songs or words cannot be traced, but its impact can be long lasting. The arrow stands for hurtful words that can hurt somebody's emotions, whereas the song stands for love, soothing words, or comforting words which can heal a wounded heart or a person in trouble. Hope you have understood the poem and will read it on your own once. Thank you.